What's going on, everybody? My name is Richard. This is 21st August, and it's Friday today. I will be covering some major assets in today's analysis video. That would be some indices, gold, and oil. That would make it for today. Okay. So I will start with the NQ first, and let's switch it into the 1 hour, and let's see what we have. Okay. When NQ was trading into this week, like this was the Monday, I mentioned about this internal range liquidity, which is highlighted here. Okay, and I mentioned that there are chances that we can see this internal range liquidity getting tested, and this was my target, the 6th August low, which I have mentioned many times in my analysis. Okay, so this was the low, which was my target, and the target has been met now. And today is Friday, and if you see here from the starting of the week, we are bearish into the NQ. Okay, Monday was bearish, Tuesday was bearish, Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so maybe we can see a kind of consolidation here. This is a 3 days of continuous expansion, and you know, whenever we see 3 days of continuous expansion, we expect a new phase of price. So like that could be a reversal, but I'm not expecting this trends to get erased. Okay, I'm expecting some sort of consolidation today and staying as a inside day. Okay, that is the case, and if we are breaking below this in fair value gap, then this IFVG will support the price to move lower. Okay, so this can happen. If you are ignoring this, then this IFVG will become the resistance for a new low, and this is what I have mentioned in my last Twitter post as well. This low, the 30th July, previous month low would be our target. Okay, for that there is one condition. Okay, if you switch it into the weekly time frame, I want this candle to stay as bearish. Okay, I don't want it to close below the low of the sorry, above the low of the previous week. Okay, in that case, that would become a reversal signature, and then this high would be our target. Okay, so I want this day to close as a bullish, sorry, as a bearish, for it to continue down. Okay, because when if today's closing under the low of previous week, the previous week's low was 29,533.5, and by chance if we are closing under this, then this will become a reversal signature, and then from Monday we can see another run to the upside again. So I am not in that favor. My view is, since we have an SMT. Okay, and this bearish SMT is doing well. Okay, this is my indicator which I've switched on, and it is showing me that we have the SMT with the previous month high. Okay, if you look at the S&P 500 or ES has taken out the previous month high, but NQ has not. Okay, so we have this bearish SMT that can lead to potentially going to this low. Okay, this 30th August low. So this is what I think. Okay, and for particularly today, if I have any plan, I really have no plan. Okay, the only thing I can do is, if I have any 4 hour fair value gap, I don't have. Okay, so I don't have any plan particularly for today. The only plan we had, that we are looking for this low, and that has been met. Okay, so as NQ goes, similar to that way, ES goes. Okay, so I'm not going to cover ES in this video. Let's see what we have in the RTY. RTY was yesterday. It was yesterday it was an aggressive selling in RTY. Okay, so today, if you look it into the weekly time frame, we are into this weekly fair value gap, and not every fair value gap and not every order block works in the market. You should have a solid framework, uh, then it will work. Okay, so let's see if we have anything. I would see, this is the indicator which I use, which marks support and resistance levels for me. And trust me, everything works in this market. The only thing is you need to stick with your plan, your strategy, and above all of that, you need to have control on your emotion. You need to be disciplined in your execution, risk management. That's all. Your technical edge doesn't matter if you don't have any control on your execution and risk management. Okay, so technical edge is important, but all of above all of that, the most important thing is your risk management and your discipline. Okay, and how selective you are in choosing your setup. Okay, I'm not the guy who is randomly throwing the 10 to 15 trades a day. No, for me, one or two trades are enough for a day. Okay, So that's it. And RTY was the yesterday was the bearish move, and this week has been so far a bearish week. Okay, and the same case, if we are closing inside the low of previous week, then it might continue run higher. Okay, and for now I don't see anything good in the daily time frame. Do we have any SMT? No, we don't have any SMT for our. Yeah, we had this SMT at the previous week high. Okay, if you can see here, the previous week high has been tested in the RTY, but in YM it does not. So that makes the bearish move. And in YM I called this move before this week starts. Okay, and if you want, you can see. And this was our target. This rejection block of 29th July was our target that has been met now. Okay, so nothing special in RTY and YM as well. Dex is very clean. Okay, if you look at the Dex I compare with Euro 50 index. Okay, and I think it will go. This gap will be inversed. Okay, and once this gap will be inversed, it will be a resistance for price to move to the downside. Okay, like this. And so far this month, we have a large wick on monthly candles. So this immediate rebalance or this volume imbalance, okay, that could be our target. Okay, the initial target would be this monthly gap that would fill. Once it will be filled, I think there are chances that we can start running higher again, but let's see how it goes. But for now I'm bearish, and the target is around this level. Okay, let's see what we have in gold is looking quite promising here. And you know I don't think gold is going to get stopped here. Okay, yeah, that's the only resistance level. I have mentioned this levels before also. Okay, this is the only resistance level. And let me mark it. Okay, this is the resistance level, and I wanted to hold here. Yeah, if it is not stopping here, then it will be a trouble. Okay, and my charts looks messy, and those lines might look messy to you, but trust me, every single line makes good really makes sense. Okay, we had, if you switch it into the monthly time frame, you will see the logic why this aggressive move happened in the gold and silver. This was an inside month of July. Okay, and that's the rule, and that's how the price behaves. Every consolidation brings a huge expansion. Since this was a month, that means we had a lot of consolidation in the month of July, and that's the reason this aggressive and expansion move happened. At the it's been 21 days of this month, and all the losses of June month has already been covered. Okay, so this it is trading now on June month's high, and that's the point where it can reverse, and it should reverse. And if it is not, then you know the next resistance level we have, yeah, it might reverse from here. I'm not expecting it to run much higher from this level. Okay, it should reverse here in my opinion, but that reversal confirmation should be there. The intent of price should be there to reverse. I'm not going to jump randomly into a sell because we have a good resistance and good key level supporting for sells. That's not how it happens. Okay, we wait for a proper confirmation behind our trades, and then we take the trades. Okay, and the BTC was really good. I called it live. Okay, I called it to every one of my members, a free Telegram channel, on my X post, everywhere. Okay, and this was my analysis that if we are breaking above this weekly high, then most likely to see we are going to see this high. Okay, and this has what exactly happened, and I posted it for members and for everyone, and this was the opportunity you could have taken advantage of, and trust me, it was really good. Okay, and now even I think that this is the level. Okay, 79K. I will be watching it around 79K how it behaves, but this is going to be a target, final target for our buy moves, and I called it live for everyone. Okay, switch it into the daily time frame. Daily time frame, What can happen today? Today we can see some sort of a relief consolidation or the retracement phase, because we had this 3 days of expansion, actually 4 days, 1 2 3 4. And this could be maybe there could be a retracement, or I am not expecting much move today because the most aggressive move has already happened. Maybe on the Monday or on the weekend we can see the 79K getting taken. Okay. uh, and this is USD JPY and DXY. DXY is under pressure. I will mention why. Okay. So if you look at the DXY, yeah, and I have mentioned, I think, about this previous month level, and this is the final target. Okay, this is what I have mentioned here, and we need price to reverse from this June month low. There are chances that we can reverse. So far, there are no reversal signature, and I'm not expecting it to reverse. Okay. What can happen today if today stays as an inside day, and then if we are closing above this inverse fair value gap, then coming on the Monday onwards I can see some sort of reversal. But so far it looking quite bad, and this is going to be our final target. Okay, the low of the month of May. Okay, that's where it's going as of now. And if you want, this is the this FVG, daily FVG. This daily FVG is it needs to get inverse for it to reverse from here. Okay, that would be my technical confirmation for a run higher again at this level. Otherwise we are going to this level to the downside. Okay, I have almost covered everything, and if I see anything I would be keep on updating you guys. And that's how I've been posting my trades, my analysis. And if I get encouraged by doing this, I would be keep on posting, and the frequency would be higher. So make sure you're subscribing to channel, like this video and share it with your friends and family. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.